Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Spaulding Gymnasium as the Owls of Keene State College are ready to take on the opposing Huskies of University of Southern Maine. I'm Nate Seal, and alongside me is Nick Napolitano. We'll be here with you for today's pregame show, getting you ready for Keene State Volleyball. First serve is at 12.
Today is a crucial Little East Conference matchup for Keene State, where they're looking to stay in the conference tournament contention with a win today, as they return to Spaulding Gymnasium after dropping Wednesday night's match in a 3-0 sweep at Plymouth State. The Owls have a record of 8-13 so far this season and are coming into this one on a 4-game losing streak. Rising sophomore outside hitter Gigi Stake is a key player to watch ahead of today's match for the home team. Stake is coming into today's game with a team high of 145 kills. Suiting up is senior outside hitter Brianna Dello Iacano, who is another player to watch on the opposing side for Southern Maine, as she heads into today's match with a team high 156 kills. Southern Maine is heading into this one standing at 4-17 and are still without a conference win, standing at 0-5, looking to steal one against this Keene State team that is struggling as of late.
Both teams are in need of an LEC win today as they prepare for today's match. The first serve will get underway momentarily. Again, we are your hosts, Nate Steele, Nick Napolitano on Owls Media Network, brought to you by Bulldog Design, and we are looking forward to taking you through today's Little East volleyball action between Keene State and Southern Maine.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spaulding Gymnasium on the campus of Keene State College for today's NSA Division III and Little East Conference Women's Volleyball match featuring the Huskies of the University of Southern Maine and your Owls of Keene State College. Now we see the starting lineups first for the Huskies of Southern Maine. A senior outside hitter from Budas, Connecticut, number 2, Brianna Dello Iacano. A junior middle blocker from Regina, Saskatchewan, number 6, Madison Zimmer. A freshman middle blocker from Poughkeepsie, New York, number 10, Darian Pugsley. A sophomore outside hitter from Pismo Beach, California, number 11, Drew Johnson. A senior libero from Nottingham, New Hampshire, number 12, Sierra Castanier. A junior right-hand hitter from Merrimack, New Hampshire, number 14, Isabella Smith. And a freshman hitter from Aurora, Colorado, number 21, Cassidy Weir. The Huskies are coached by Diane Newell in her 10th season. She's assisted by Liz Arcaro. And now the start lineup for your Owls of Keene State. A senior libero from Pearl River, New York, number 1, Reagan Fleming. A sophomore defensive specialist from New Milford, Connecticut, number 6, Grace Christian. A senior middle blocker from Newtown, Connecticut, number 11, Veronica Crolla. A junior middle blocker from Marblehead, Massachusetts, number 18, Molly Weatherby. A freshman outside hitter from Fort Collins, Colorado, number 20, Sarah Bartels. A sophomore outside hitter from Bedford, New Hampshire, number 21, Gigi Stake. And a freshman setter from Londonderry, New Hampshire, number 23, Alexis Small. The Owls are coached by Bob Weiner in his 19th season. He's assisted by Jen Merrill, Stacy Brandon, and Chuck Roberson. Ladies and gentlemen, this time I ask you to please rise as able and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
One up here.
Welcome back to Owl Media Network. This is Little East Conference volleyball action between Keene State and the University of Southern Maine. Keene State strikes first.
Veronica Crow are ready to serve for the Owls.
Served by Crow. Small up to Weatherby. Hit up in the air by Southern Maine ties it at 1. Hello, Iacono back to serve for the Huskies. Grace Christian. Small up to Weatherby again, but it's blocked by Madison Zimmer. And Southern Maine goes up 2-1. Hello, Iacono again with the serve. Small, this time with the Weatherby again. And Weatherby hits it right into the hands of Cassidy Weir.
Great setup right there by the Owls. As Gigi Stake checks in the game for Reagan Fleming. Sarah Bartels.
Service ace for Sarah Bartels, and we're tied at 2. Madison Zimmer back to serve for the Huskies. That's a service error by Zimmer. With Alexis Small back to serve.
Stephanie Ola checking in the game for Grace Christian.
Served by Small. Up in the air by Dello Iacono. Hit over the net by Darian Pugsley, but it's out of bounds. Small with another serve. Dello Iacono. Smith to Dello Iacono, hit over the net. Keene State keeps it up. Fleming, Croha over the net. Wire. Stake, but it's blocked by Smith. Stake again. It hit off the tip of the hands of Castaway, and Keene State regains the lead.
Alexis Small back at server for the Owls.
That's a service error for Small. (5-4) Owls as Isabella Smith is back to serve for the Huskies. Croha just can't get it. They're tied at 5. Another serve for Smith. Fleming. Small, setting up Ola this time, we just checked in. Smith gets it up. Dello Iacono back to Smith, who has to hit it over. Croha. Small sets up Weatherby, but Weatherby just can't get a real hand on it. It's back over the net.
Isabella Smith back at server for Southern Maine.
Small, setting up Stake this time. Smith keeps it alive. Weir. It's hit over by Huskies, but Molly Weatherby is right there to tap it back to the ground. Teresa Norris checks in the game for Molly Weatherby.
Teresa Norris is ready to serve for the Owls.
Served by Norris. Hit up by Castaway. Weir. Up to Johnson. It's kept alive by Small. Stake has to get it over. Tips over the net. Great play by Drew Johnson right there, as Ola hits it right against the net and to the ground.
Amelia Beatty checking in, and she's ready to serve for Southern Maine. Little miscommunication by the Owls.
Great service ace right there for Beatty. And he just tips over the net, and that's another service ace for Beatty. Huskies go up 2. Fleming, Small setting up Proha. Proha hits it up out of play. Fourth consecutive serve for the Huskies coming up. Ball's in play. Norris, Small, ups it up to Stake, who taps it over. Castaway's there. Weir, up to Smith. Proa hits it back over. Castaway's there. Deliuk. Oh, and Cassidy Weir is there, just tapping in between Stephanie Ola and Veronica Proa.
Point goes to the Owls.
Oh, and the point goes to the Owls. Must have been some type of error there.
GG Stake ready to serve.
Served by Stake. Weir up to Pugsley. Blocked by Croa. Weir hits it back. Smith's there. Norris keeps it alive. Small setting up Ola this time. And it tips off the hands of Delo Iacano. And the point goes to the Owls.
Great effort right there by Stephanie Ola.
As GG Stake will be back to serve again. Iacano. It stays in play as Norris can't get to it in time.
Sierra Castaway ready to serve for Southern Maine.
Served by Castaway. Croha bumps it up. Small hits it over. Delo Iacano. Castaway. That's a kill for Sierra Castaway. Southern Maine up 12-8 in the first set. Another serve for the Huskies. Norris keeps it alive. Ola. Bartels has to get it over. Weir's up to Delo Iacano, but it's out of play. Keene State gets back up on the board.
Grace Christian checking in for Stephanie Ola. Grace Christian ready to serve for the Owls.
Small sets up Croha, and it stays in play. Croha, Small sets up Bartels. Oh, and it's blocked back over the net by Madison Zimmer. 13-10 Huskies. And Cassie Weir, the freshman right side hitter out of Aurora, Colorado. Croha taps it over, but it hits on the same side. Goes to the ground. Oh, some type of error there on the Huskies. The point goes to Keene State.
Weatherby checking back in for Teresa Norris.
Served by Croa. Weir. Talk to Delo Iacano. Delo Iacano hits it twice, and Castaway can't serve it. Save it.
Croa ready to serve.
Weir Up to Zimmer. Fleming keeps her alive. Small. Setting up Bartels. Weir again. This time to Delo Iacono. The kill for Brianna Delo Iacono, the senior outside hitter out of Moodus, Connecticut. 14-12 Huskies as Delo Iacono is back to serve. Koha hits it up. Small, setting up Bartels, who taps it over. Weir up in the air. Castingway to Smith. Small, Fleming. Setting up Bartels again. Delo Iacono keeps it alive. Small setting up Weatherby. But Castingway keeps it in the air. And this time, Isabella Smith, the kill of her own. Huskies up 15-12.
Delo Iacono back to serve for Southern Maine.
Small, setting up Weatherby. And it's blocked against the net by Madison Zimmer, who just can't get there fully in time.
Bartels ready to serve for the Owls.
Service error by Bartels. Served by Zimmer. Stake to Weatherby. Delo Iacono from Weir. Up to Johnson. The point goes to Keene State. 16-14. Huskies in charge.
Stephanie Ola back in the game for Grace Christian.
Great sliding play by Johnson. Small, setting up Weatherby again. Delo Iacono gets a hand on it, but it falls out of play.
Great
Keene
setup
State's
right
within
there.
one.
Excellent setup by Keene State.
Small to serve. Johnson. Weir. Up to Smith. And it's out of play. We're tied at 16. Small. And Johnson hits it out of play, and Keene State regains the lead in this first set. Served by Small. Weir up to Johnson, and it falls in. Oh, it's kept in play by Small. Delo Iacono. Weir. Great play by Molly Weatherby and Gigi Stake. Owls up 2.
That was a great diving effort.
Timeout called by Diane Newell in Southern Maine. We will be right back as you're watching Little East Conference volleyball action, brought to you by Bulldog Design.
As Kennedy nicely trying to catch him off guard. She'll play it quickly. Vogt has a chance, a shot. She scores! Maggie Vogt wins it for Keene State College. And the Owls with a dramatic win in overtime.
Marshall streaming down the sideline into Abasciano, who will immediately score, and that is how it'll end. 15 seconds into the first period of overtime.
So advancing, shoots. Deflected by Shelby Offord, keeps this game.
Small.
Over the net by Ola. Weir up to Johnson. Southern Maine keeps it alive, and Johnson hits it over. Small, standing up, Weatherby just taps it over, and it's in between three Huskies. Keene State up 3.
Oh, it's a Small, back to serve.
Service error by Small. Southern Maine kills that 5-0 Keene State run. Served by Isabella Smith. Service error by Smith. Huskies with a service error of their own. Keene State back up 3. Served by Norris. And the third service error in a row in this first set, as Southern Maine is now back within 2.
Amelia Beatty checking in as she's ready to serve for Southern Maine.
Small, up to Stake. Smith keeps it alive. Weir, Delo Iacono has to get it over. And it's out of play. 21-18 Owls. Served by Stake. Weir keeps it alive, and it goes over the net. Bartels hits it up. Small to Crowa this time. Castanway keeps it alive. Delo Iacono of her own. Crowa. Error on the Owls there as the point goes to the Huskies. Served by Castanway. Croha, Small, up to Bartels. Weir and Zimmer both block it as it goes to the ground.
Sir Bartels with a great effort for the Owls.
Grace Christian checking back in for Keene State as Stephanie Ola checks out. Served by Christian. Off the hands of Smith into the ground. That's a service ace for Grace Christian. Owls are 1 point away from taking this first set. And the first set goes to Keene State, 25-19. We'll be right back on Owl Media Network, brought to you by Bulldog Design. Bulldog, get it local at getbulldog.com.
Through ball to Downey. It's a foot race. This is still Downey. Downey still gets by the keeper. Unbelievable move. Finds the back of the net. Connor Downey, what a play.
Harris trying to knock it away, able to do so. Now here comes Keene State. Moving in front. Darcy and Emmanuel Adjman able to knock it away. Emmanuel Smith with a shot! And it goes in! And Keene State is on the board!
37.5. Shot saved by Howard. What a great save.
Lovering finding Emmanuel Smith, the Owls' leading goal scorer. Finding They score! LJ Luster has tied it up at 1.
Off the head of Benjamin. Trying to get one final kickoff. It goes wide. And Keene State has won the 2019 Little East Conference Championship.
Come on, big dog. Help me out.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as Keene State take the first set today in this Little East Conference volleyball matchup between home team Keene State and the opposing Southern Maine Huskies. Great first set right there for Veronica Croha and Molly Weatherby, as they both had 4 kills on 7 total attacks, as Keene State's right back at it, starting off the set with a point.
Sarah Bartel is ready to serve for Keene State.
Service error by Bartels. Second set tied up at 1. Served by Delo Iacono. Fleming up to Stake. Castanway's there. Weir up to Smith, but it's out of play. Owls up 2-1.
Olaf checking in the game for Grace Christian. Alexis Small ready to serve for Keene State. Point goes to Southern Maine. Darian Pugsley checking in the game for the Southern Maine Huskies. Madison Zimmer ready to serve. Teresa Norris. Blocked by Veronica Crora as the Owls take a 4-2 lead against the Huskies of Southern Maine. Teresa Norris back at server for the Owls. Isabella Smith ready to serve for Southern Maine.
Served by Smith. Norris hits it up. Small, setting up Stake. Blocked off the hands of Drew Johnson. Keene State up 5-3.
Chloe Whittaker checking in for Isabella Smith. As Gigi Stake is ready to serve for Keene State.
Up in the air by Castonway. Weir. Small up to Croha. Castaway keeps it alive. Delaware Kono. Norris. Small to Croha, who just tips it over. But it's in play, and the point goes to the Owls.
Great effort right there by Veronica Croa as the Owls take a 6-4 lead against the Huskies. Grace Christian checking in the game as he's ready to serve for Keene State.
Huskies back on the board.
Madison Zimmer back in the game for Darian Pugsley. Castonway ready to serve for the Huskies.
Martellus. Delaware Kono, but it falls out of play. Weir can't get there.
Point goes to the Owls. Great effort right there by Sarah Bartels as the Owls take 10-5 lead against the Southern Maine Huskies. Veronica Hora back at server. And the service error by Crora. The point goes to Southern Maine. Isabella Smith back in the game for the Huskies. Another point goes to Southern Maine. Cassidy Weir back at server.
Small up to Weatherby. Weir hits it up. Delaware Kono to Fleming. Small up to Weatherby again. And Weir hits it out of play. Another kill for Molly Weatherby. Wow, she having a day.
Great effort right there by Molly Weatherby.
Another great play by Stake and Weatherby. Solid run here by the Owls.
Great all-around team effort right there.
As Southern Maine calls a timeout. We'll be right back on Owl Media Network, brought to you by Bulldog Design.
Through ball to Downey. It's a foot race. This is still Downey. Downey still gets by the keeper. Unbelievable move. Finds the back of the net. Connor Downey, what a play.
Harris trying to knock it away, able to do so. Now here comes Keene State. Moving in front. Darcy and Emmanuel Adjman able to knock it away. Emmanuel Smith with a shot! And it goes in! And Keene State is on the board!
37 and a half. Shot saved by Howard.
What a great save. Lovering finding Emmanuel Smith, the Owls' leading goal scorer. Finding, they score! LJ Luster has tied it up at 1.
Off the head of Adjman. Trying to get one final kickoff. It goes wide. And Keene State has won the 2019 Little East Conference Championship.
Another point goes to the Owls to take a 14-8 lead against Southern Maine. Stephanie Ola back in the game for Christian. Alexis Small ready to serve. Blocked by Molly Weatherby. She's having a great day. Point goes to the Owls. Small back at server. Another great effort by Molly Weatherby. She's leading her team today. Owls take a 16-8 lead against the Huskies. Alexis Small back at server. What a great effort right there by Southern Maine.
Zimmer back to serve.
A little miscommunication right there by Keene State. The point goes to Southern Maine.
Stake keeps it alive. Fleming sets up Stake. Del Iacono. Weir to Johnson. And Croha makes a diving play but can't get there in time. Huskies kill that run by Keene State. Seems like all the momentum is with the Owls right now. Small up to Ola. Ola misses it. Third consecutive serve here coming up for Zimmer.
Another great effort right there by Molly Weatherby. She's just leading her team in the second set. Teresa Norris back in the game. It's the serve for the Owls.
Kept alive by Weir. Smith over to Small. Fleming hits it up for Ola. Attack error by Ola. 17-13 Keene State. Isabella Smith back to serve for the Huskies. Small. Sokoha, who hits it against the net. That's 3 points in a row. 3-0 run for the Huskies. Trying to get back into this second set here. Showing some life.
Huskies are gaining some momentum right here in this second set.
Small up to Stake, but it's blocked by Johnson. Small. Fleming hits it over. Castaway's there. Weir to Johnson. Fleming keeps it alive, but hits it out of play. That's a 4-0 run for the Huskies.
Isabella Smith ready to serve for Southern Maine. They look to fight back into the second set. Another point goes to Southern Maine as the Owls lead 17-16. Southern Maine.
Rudberg checks in the game, makes an impact for Keene State. Oh, with an error by Keene State, and the point goes to Southern Maine, and we're tied up at 17. A timeout is called by Bob Weiner as the Huskies are on a 6-1 run. We'll be right back.
As Kennedy nicely trying to catch him off guard. She'll play it quickly. Vogt has a chance, a shot. She scores! Maggie Vogt wins it for Keene State College.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity.
Point goes to the Owls. They take an 18-17 lead.
Keene State killed that Huskies run. With Gigi Stake back to serve for the Owls. Weir up to Pugsley. Bartel's over the net, but it's out of play. And we're tied back up at 18.
Point.
Oh! Never mind. The line judge says it was in play. And Keene State goes up 2. Served by Stake. Kept alive by Whitaker. Small. Up to Rudberg, but it's blocked by Pugsley. Bartel's over this time. Weir up to Johnson. Tipped by Ola. And Stake beats a diving save but can't get there. Huskies are within 1.
GG Stakes checks out as Reagan Fleming back in the game for Keene State. Amelia Beatty, the server.
Another point for the Owls, 2018. As the Owls are inching closer and closer into winning this second set. As Grace Christian will check in for Stephanie Ola as she gets ready to serve. Served by Christian. Martellus can't get it. Southern Maine back within 1.
Point goes to Southern Maine.
Tied up at 20 as Castanway's back to serve. Fleming, Small hits it over and it falls. The Castanway keeps it alive. Delaware Kono over. Small up to Rudberg. Castanway hits it back. Pugsy's there. Rudberg up to Small. Back to Rudberg. And off the hand of Castanway. Keene State regains the lead.
Rudberg at server for Keene State. Molly Weatherby back in the game for Teresa Norris.
Served by Rudberg. Beatty, Weir to Zimmer. And it's in play. It's a great setup there by Southern Maine to tie it back up at 21. Tied up at 21 here in the second set. And special shout out here to the Keene State men's basketball team, who is got some of their players here as chasers in this first game of the tri-max, and they'll have some of their other players here, some line judges and ball chasers here in the next two matches here. So shout out to them for helping out with the event staff. Southern Maine up 22-21. Bartels, that's a kill for Sarah Bartels, and they're tied back up at 22. Fleming with the libero serve. Smith. Weird, almost lets her up, but she's there. Castanway. Castanway hits it out of play.
Point goes to the Huskies.
Owls are within 2. And speaking of Keene State men's basketball, after this set, we'll be joined by Owls head men's coach David Hastings here for a special interview. Weir. Cedelo Iacono. Great diving play by Croa. Stake. And Southern Maine hits it out of play. And Keene State's within 1. Another libero serve by Fleming as Keene State hopes to close out the second set with this play right here. Oh, and Beatty hits it back, and Keene State's up 25-22. And they take the second set. We'll be right back.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium here. I'm Nick Napolitano as I'm joined by Owls head men's basketball coach David Hastings. Coach Hastings, how are you today?
It's fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just have a few questions for you here. So my first question is, coming off a pretty good season, awesome opportunity for you here to be the head coach of the Owls. How has the transition been for you and your team so far, knowing that the culture of the program seems to still be in place, just with you leading the charge, trying to set this platform for your 2023-2024 squad?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I guess I'd start with saying it's been fairly seamless. We're basically running the same type of philosophical offense and defense that we've had in the past. And the culture itself has been laid with groundwork over the past 7 years that we've been here together. So, I think we're in great shape and looking forward to what's coming up.
That's awesome. And so I know the Keene State men's basketball team got an extra 8 preseason practices this year with the new NCAA format rule change. How important were these practices for you and your guys to just be able to get in the gym together before the usual first day that you start on October 15th?
Actually, those 8 practices were integral in having us develop more camaraderie between each other. We utilize those days basically as conditioning time, as well as just getting those new freshmen involved in how we do things and how we're going to do it for the rest of the season.
And my last question for you, Coach, bring it back for your starting 5 and all of last year's roster but 4. What can we expect from a team that's really now experienced and a year older? How do you guys put in the work to get back to where you were last year while potential even bigger run is on the cusp of the season?
Well, I think that's a great question. The fact is everybody that's returning knows how hard it is to get to the top of the hill, and it's even harder to stay on top of the hill. So they're setting the temperature for how everybody needs to play and what we need to bring every day to practice and hopefully have another successful year.
Fantastic. I'm Nick Napolitano, brought to you by Owls men's basketball coach Dave Hastings as we're coming up on our 3rd set of Little East volleyball action here. Thank you, Coach, for a great interview.
All right. Have a great day now.
You too. Welcome back on Owls Senior Day as Keene State starts off the 3rd set with another point, leading this match 2-0 against the opposing Huskies of Southern Maine University. Croha back to serve again. Martels off the hands of Weir. Delo Iacono keeps it alive for Castonway. Small up to Weatherby. Weir up to Delo Iacono. And Croa saves it. Weir up to Delo Iacono, and Weatherby taps it right back over the net to the ground in between 3 Huskies. Keene State with another great start to a set.
There goes Molly Weatherby again. Back at it.
And Weir can't get there. Keene State up 3-0.
Croa.
Weir. Delo Iacono hits it over. Fleming's there. Small. Up to Weatherby. It's out of play, and Southern Maine gets on the board in this 3rd set.
Another point goes to Keene State as we take a 6-2 lead against Southern Maine Huskies. Stephanie Ola back in the game for Grace Christian.
Owls up 7-3. Served by Smith. Point goes to the Huskies, 7-4. Teresa Norris checks in and is back to serve for the Owls. Served by Norris. Casting way up. Tapped over by Weir. And Weir, too much contact. Hand over the net by Weir. Keene State goes up 9-5. Another point for Keene State, 10-5. As Southern Maine will take their first time out of the set.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Our campus can get pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round.
Welcome back to this third set of Little East Conference volleyball action between Keene State and Southern Maine as Keene State's up 10-5 on Owl Media Network, brought to you by Bulldog Design. Bulldog is your local one-stop shop for all of your personal, team, or business promotional needs, along with their custom screening, printing, and embroidery services. Bulldog also offers full-service graphic design, promotional items, banners, and signage. Delo Iacono up. Weir up to Johnson, but it's blocked by Ola and Croa.
Point goes to the Owls. They take a 12-6 lead against Southern Maine. Sarah Bartels back in the game for Reagan Fleming. Gigi Stake at server. Great effort right there by Stephanie Olaf. She gained another point for the Owls. They look to keep on getting momentum this third set. Gigi Stake back at server.
(13-7). (17-7) Owls as Grace Christian is back to serve. Served by Christian. Service error by Christian as that kills the Keene State run. We are back to serve for the Huskies. Castaway hits it out of play, and it's caught by athletic director Marty Testo. Great hands there by Marty. Koha back to serve for the Owls. Fleming to Bartels. Weir keeps it up. Deliocono. Small. Up to Bartels, who just tips it over. Weir back up to Deliocono, but Zimmer gets there in time. The ball was already out of play as Keene State goes up 19-8. Served by Croa. Edie up. Weir to Delawaikono. And Molly Weatherby. Who else?
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was
Weir over the net. Fleming keeps it up. Small up to Weatherby again. Weir up to Zimmer. Fleming keeps it up off the net. Weatherby keeps it alive and Small hits it over. Weir up to Smith this time. Grace Christian, Small, and Sarah Bartels hits it over. Weir to Delawaikono. Who else is there? Small and Weatherby. Small setting up. Who else but Weatherby? Delawaikono. Small hits it over herself. Still alive. Small again. Up to Bartels. Weir hits it over. Bartels again. Small. Back up to Bartels. The ball is still in play here. Diving play. Christian keeps it up. Fleming keeps it over, but can't get there in time. As a long-lasting back and forth play for both teams results in a Husky point. Delawaikono back for the Huskies. Christian can't get there. That's an ace for the Huskies, and Delawaikono will go back to serve again. And another point for the Huskies. That's a 3-0 run.
Delawaikono back at server for Southern Maine.
Keene State looking to close out this match with a 3-0 sweep. 5 points away here. Christian hits it over. Delawaikono keeps it in play. Weir up to Johnson. Croha gets it up. Small to Bartels. And it's out of play. 4-0 run for the Huskies. Small up to Weatherby. It's blocked back by Zimmer. Croha to Weatherby again. Weir up to Smith. And it's out of play. Senior captain Reagan Fleming back to serve for Keene State. Drew Johnson up. Weir back to Johnson as it goes out of play. Keene State creeping closer and closer to taking this much-needed conference win. It's Fleming to serve again. Delawaikono up. Weir. Small up to Weatherby. And it falls in between three Huskies. 23-12 Keene State.
Molly Weatherby back at it again. There she goes.
Weir up to Zimmer. Blocked against Fleming, who hits it to the ground. Small up to Stake. Double touch by Small. 23-14 Owls with Zimmer back to serve for the Huskies. Stake to Weatherby. Delo Iacono keeps it in play. Weir up to Smith. Stake blocks it back over. Weir up to Johnson this time. Stake blocks it out of bounds. Madison Zimmer back to serve again. Roja, Small, up to Stake, who just taps it against the net to the ground. And another 3-0 run here by the Huskies. Every time Keene State creeps closer and closer, Huskies seem to try to fight to stay in this one with a couple of runs. Small to Stake. Weir out of play as Keene State is 1 point away from taking the first match of today's tri-match at Spaulding Gymnasium. With freshman Alexis Small back to serve for Keene State. And that's a wrap as Keene State takes this first set. And they win in today's first match of the tri-match. Thank you for joining us on Owl Media Network, brought to you by Bulldog Design, as we will be right back with a player interview and interview from head coach Bob Weiner.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as Keene State just grabbed that first win of the tri-match today, as I'm joined by junior Molly Weatherby. Molly, how are you?
I'm very good now.
So my first question for you, Molly, you led the charge today for your team where you essentially had your backs against the wall. How crucial was it to keep everyone motivated and ensuring you all stuck together to pick up a much-needed LEC win?
On a game like this that we needed it, first of all, to get in the playoffs, and second of all, to just get our heads back into our season, it was super crucial. We took a lot of initiative before our game today and in the past week in practice, getting our heads back into it with a million different things, and clearly it worked out pretty well.
Awesome. And so you and the team will come into another game at 4 o'clock versus Wellesley College. How do you guys stay focused and prepare looking to sweep this tri-match, which would have your team rolling onto a much-needed winning streak?
I will say it's difficult playing 2 games in a day, especially when we have a conference one that we're focused on right off the bat, and waiting 2 hours to play another game. But I think we now know, and we're more focused in our heads are more in it, and I think we're ready to get this winning streak going that we really need.
Love to hear that. And my last question, Molly, I have to ask, so noting that it's senior day for this year's team, how much on and off the floor have these seniors been able to make an impact for you as a player and a person, being a younger player like yourself?
Since the first day I came into Keene, these 3 captains have been like unreal. I think it definitely helps that they're just 1 grade above me, that we've always been so close with them. But even Kelsey, who hasn't been on the court the entire season, has been one of the most influential players on our entire team off the court, and that just shows how much it doesn't matter if they're a crucial player, but it just matters if they're a crucial personality and a crucial person on the team. And these captains have done unreal things for this team.
Awesome. It's great to hear. Molly, thank you very much. We will be back in a second, joined by head coach Bob Weiner. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.
back at Spaulding Gymnasium. I'm Nate Seal. I'm here with Coach Bob Weiner. How you doing, Coach?
I'm a lot better now.
Going into today's game, like basically like knowing your team had their back against the wall, like with a very slim chance of making the playoffs. Like, what was your message to your team today? Like,
well, there's two things going on. We made a pretty drastic lineup change after Wednesday's game, so that's 2 days of practice to put in something that was pretty different. And my assistant Roby said at the time, he goes, "This has to work because it's all we got." But it did. It supplied the things that we've been missing. So the message was keep the faith. We're a good volleyball team. We've just been hit by being young.
Yeah.
You know, remember when you were a freshman?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Molly Weatherby and Veronica Cora had a real solid performance today. And how do you feel like those two are like the heart and soul of your team?
That's a great question, but so I could relate this to a basketball thing because you'll get it. Your job, like Lexi's job, is to get the ball to the right people. We have decided that for this season that Ron and Molly are our go-tos. You know, they're the Jeff and Octavio of our group. So yeah, we use them a lot. The other people have got to score. They got to do their thing. But yeah, that's what our offense is turned to. And I mean, it's such a great story because 2 years ago, Molly wasn't very good, and she's worked hard. She's worked ridiculously hard to be who she is. She's pretty unstoppable at this point. Yeah. So that's a good thing.
That's real good. My last question for you today, Coach, is how will you continue to motivate your team to continue to fight for that playoff berth?
I have tried so many different motivational tactics as we were going through the losing streak that is now over. I reminded them the Keene State volleyball team has, in my 19 years here, has never not made the playoffs. Personal matter of pride for me. I will push them as hard as I can push them. Yep. But also, you probably see this, I got a ton of alums around here today, and I'm trying to remind them that they're part of something greater than just this team and this year, and the tradition needs to continue. And I think that having all these people around was kind of cool for them because they were like,
great environment.
Well, they were like, who are these? Well, who are these women? I'm like, they were on the court like 2, 3, 4 years ago. So that's the way it works.
That's real supportive. I don't have any more questions for you.
I got nothing then. Thank you, Nate.
Hope you success for the next game.
We'll get this next one.
Let's go. Nate Seal checking out, signing off.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my...
I'm Nate Seal, back in the Spaulding Gymnasium, and this is sponsored to you by Bulldog. GetBulldog.com. Go Owls.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast and thank you for watching.